Well, hi again, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of On the Town with Suz and Doug as we both wave once again to you. And once again, another of our entertainment episodes, TV
Yes,
shows that we grew up watching when we were younger than we are now.
yes.
This is one of my favorites. And I know, Suz, I think you grew up watching this one as well when it was on originally.
Yes.
Uh, Tell the folks what it is.
The Bionic Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good.
Did you, now,
This
you
was
did watch that when it was on originally, right? Do you remember
I
watching it?
I did. I know sometimes I might have been in bed when but I did
It
get to
was
watch.
76 to like 78.
It was
So
so I loved her, Jamie Summers.
Amy Summers, yeah, it was a spin-off from
Yeah.
the $6 Million Man,
Yep.
which I think every boy watched when it was on.
Yes. Yes.
Of course, Steve Austin, Lee Majors. He
He
was
was good as
an astronaut, and then he got injured. I guess he was doing test pilot or something, and
Yep.
went out of control and exploded. And then Oscar Goldman, the government guy, said, "Well, we can't let him die," and they came up with putting the bionics in him,
Uh,
$6 million, what it cost then. So that's how that series started. It was kind of like a new version of Superman, really. Except
yes.
he couldn't fly. He could run really fast, but he couldn't
Yeah.
fly.
It was really cool,
And he had a
and the
strong
beginning
arm, like the Superman arm, and the eye. He could see
he could
far.
see,
Yeah.
and it was really interesting how, like, the beginning of the show, like, it was interesting the way they did it. They
Yeah, they
said really
told you the show, the premise in the credits opening sequence. Yeah.
yeah, I remember Oscar Goldman, and I remember they had all these dolls, like, they were like Ken
Oh
doll
yeah, that
of
show and Bionic Woman,
Ken
the all the lunch boxes, the dolls, sure. Big
oh my god,
merchandising back then.
I
Yeah, well,
remember
anyway, the reason we bring up $6 Million Man, that eventually they gave him a love interest, and I guess apparently they knew each other as kids or something, right? In
yes,
Ojai, California, and then one episode Lindsay Wagner was on, and it was
yes,
only supposed to be for like a two-part episode. They were going to get married or something. They had a whole love
yeah,
story. And she gets in a skydiving accident, and then she's on the operating table, and then she dies.
oh,
Remember that? It was a two-part episode.
that was
And it was
terrible.
really sad, and everybody felt sad. And then people complained over this, wrote the network and said, no, we can't have her die. And they liked her, the
Yeah,
character,
she
and
was
that's
real
how they came up with the Bionic Woman to have her own series. And then in the first episode of that, they said, oh no, she didn't die. And then the doctor came in and saved her and made her bionic.
that was
But that's
incredible
how
too.
it started.
Yeah, now she could hear, I think, really
She had the
well.
legs like Steve Austin, and one of the arms. Right arm, maybe? Yeah, I guess right arm. But
She
she had the bionic ear, right?
and
Yeah.
I think she could jump
Yeah,
real
she's like Steve Austin, can do the same jumping and running really fast. And the arm, like Superman
yeah,
arm.
it was
But
so cool.
he had the eye and she had the ear. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. It was really interesting. I love the way they did that. It was
Yeah, it was a two-part episode, and then people really like upset about it, and they complain. I think the network knew what they were doing. I think they were going to
yeah,
have it anyway, but
yeah,
they wanted to see what kind of reaction they'd get, and they got it. And then she got her own series.
it was
And
really
then she was a tennis pro. Remember?
oh
That's what
yeah,
she, the character.
yeah. She was a
And then she
tennis
couldn't
pro.
play tennis, obviously. Well, she actually could. They showed her after she got the bionics, and she was, hitting the ball like through 200 miles an hour or something through the
Yeah,
fence.
it
Remember
was like,
that?
oh
But
my
she couldn't play in
gosh.
the pro tour because it wouldn't have been fair.
Yeah,
So she became a school teacher, remember? At, like the Army base or something, Air Force base.
yeah. She was a school, and then I was trying to remember before the accident. I can't remember what she did. Was
Well, she
she
was
a
a tennis pro. That's what she did.
okay?
Yeah.
She was a
Supposedly,
tennis.
I mean, like a real, they said she played in Wimbledon. I mean, she was like really, like the Chris Everett of
Okay, so she was
TV.
a really good
She's supposed to be
player,
like a real good, top-rated tennis player. Yeah.
tennis player, and then she had the accident,
The
and
accident, and then Oscar Goldman, because she was with Steve, so Oscar knew her, and then I guess they authorized giving her the. I guess he begged, not begged, but he said, "Can you help her out?" And that's how Oscar Goldman gave her the Bionics, gave her the okay.
Wow.
But
That was
after that, she had to work for Oscar Goldman's OSI. It's kind of like a
okay. Yeah.
spy
Yeah. Yeah. So her
on
life was that
assignments.
she
Yeah.
wasn't a tennis pro anymore. Yeah.
Now she was, she got the job as a school teacher on this Air Force base, and
Yeah.
then anytime Oscar needed her for an assignment, she sort of had to do it because
Yeah.
she'd
It
be dead
was
otherwise.
it was so good. I like that. It was so I love it's these were so
But
good.
it was
This
really good. Yeah, I watched it recently on Roku. It's on there, but
okay,
it had like real kind of heart to it. It wasn't just adventure. There was
no.
like she even said in interviews later on,
Yeah.
she wanted to make sure there was a purpose to it. It wasn't just science fiction. That she wanted to make sure there was something of value there. She was
Yeah.
like nice.
She was nice. Yeah,
She
that's
wanted
what I
people to know she
like.
was a human being. She wasn't just like a superhero.
No, she was like, it was really interesting because she was very pretty.
Oh
She
yeah,
was talented, but she was a nice person
nice
too.
person. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was really, and she was one of those women, well, Lindsay Wagner, she's one of those women, she's very attractive, but you don't feel like this intimidation.
No, she was you
She's,
used to call girl next door pretty,
yeah, and it's really,
approachable pretty. Yeah,
I
yeah.
really I always liked her, even as a little girl,
And tall, very tall. And she's almost like your height. You and her, I
wow,
think, are the same height. She was like almost 6 feet. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, isn't that weird? Because yeah, I didn't, yeah, some
Which is
people are short.
unusual back then for women in television. They didn't have
Yeah.
you didn't see tall women like that in television.
Yeah, that's the guy so Steve so the guy Steve
Three
Austin or
majors.
he must have been tall too. The
I
guy
guess they're about, yeah, I don't know how, maybe he only was six, he might have been 6 feet or 6'1", but they were pretty close in height. So
wow.
usually they don't want tall women because the actors, if they have to play against them, the guy's got to be taller. That's why
Yeah,
you see real tall women in movies and TV.
movie or t it's difficult. It's difficult because I'm thinking there's like I didn't realize she was that tall though.
Yeah,
That
yeah. I believe 5'11". Yeah,
oh
yeah.
I it's weird because the ones that are tall on TV, I didn't realize they were tall. Yeah,
No,
it's
no. Well, yeah, the ones that were kind of tall,
you
like
didn't
99 from Get Smart. She was much taller than Don Adams. She was
oh
like
wow.
5'10".
Oh my
But she
God.
kind of scrunched down, she said, because Don Adams was like 5'8". So
Okay, so she had to kind of scrunch down a little.
so
Wow.
that's why you didn't see that with the male actors. You can't have a woman taller than you. That was the whole
Was it
thing.
that? Okay, so the one on Get Smart, was that dark-haired actress?
Get Smart, 80 to
She was
99,
cute.
Barbara Feldon. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, so she was tall.
five
I didn't
nine, 5'10". Yeah,
I didn't know she
she
was
might have been the first really tall woman on TV. You know,
on TV. That
yeah,
is interesting. That
yeah.
is real.
That I
There's
can
some
remember. I can't think of anybody else. I'm
uh
talking really tall. Most
uh
women you saw on TV were like, 5'6",
average,
5'5".
average. Yeah. Because I'm thinking like even now All in the Family, and she was like Sally Struthers. I don't
Yeah,
think
she was
she
pretty short. Yeah, yeah.
and I don't know about the lady who played Edith. I don't know. I don't know what her height was. 5'5" maybe or something.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Yeah, I don't know how tall Carol
Yeah.
O'Connor was, but yeah,
Uh,
average, I guess. Yeah.
and then I'm trying to think. You know who seemed kind of tall? The one from the Beverly Hillbillies. Not the pretty girl. Not
Ellie Mae
uh,
or
the one that was that banker's
oh
assistant.
yeah, Mrs. What's her name?
The
Nancy Culp was her. Oh, Miss
yeah
Hathaway. Miss
yeah.
Hathaway.
I don't know. Maybe I'm
She was
wrong.
pretty tall. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But you wouldn't exactly call her pretty. Let's be
yeah
honest.
yeah. Miss
Sorry, all
Hath.
you Nancy Culp fans, but she
Yeah,
doesn't mean called pretty. Kind of
I
like that
can't really think of
prim and uppity kind of,
yeah, kind of
the school teacher,
yeah,
librarian of the,
yeah.
old
I,
days look.
you know what you would maybe say pleasant looking,
Yeah,
pleasant. yeah, not, not,
but not no.
no, pleasant.
But it worked for her. She made made good money playing that character on a bunch
Portraying
of shows.
that character, kind of the goof, yeah, kind of the,
Yeah, kind of
I, uh,
a
trying to,
little uptight. You know,
yeah, yeah,
funny but uptight and prim. Yeah.
right. Not what you would call, yeah, not a, yeah, definitely
I'm
not.
talking like really attractive women in movies and TV. You didn't see too many really tall ones,
No, I'm
if
trying
at
to,
all.
uh,
I'm trying to
I'm-
think, even in the movies, what
uh,
Doris Day was pretty tall, I think, for
was
the
she
time.
really? Oh my
But like
goodness.
maybe like 5'8" or something. I think she
Wow,
was like,
Doris Day. Yeah,
yeah,
that was,
maybe five
yeah,
nine. But it
wow.
wasn't like, but she didn't tower over anybody. That's what I'm guessing. I think she was about that.
Yeah, so yeah, she was a little more tall than,
It looks like she was in movies, right, on TV.
yeah, yeah, Doris Day.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think Kim
Maybe somebody
Novak.
out there will know, can tell us some of the
Yeah,
names. Post it.
because I'm thinking like Kim Novak.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't,
she was kind of
maybe
tall, I guess. Maybe, I'm not sure. Yeah.
it's
She
hard
was
to,
taller than Sammy Davis Jr., and they were going to get married, and then the studio said no.
uh,
That's
it's
what
so
happened there. They were going to get married.
weird.
That was a big scandal, unfortunately, in the 50s. Uh, yeah, he was
Uh,
short. He was like 5'3" or something, so.
oh my God, I didn't know that either. Yeah, it's really weird with this. You know who else wasn't very tall? Liz Taylor.
She was pretty small, like 5'2", maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she wasn't too.
But Richard Burton must not have been that tall, because when you saw them together, like they seemed kind of close in height. So he must not have been that tall, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they said he was really,
Yeah, we had a lot of drinking
uh,
issues. Self-admitted. I mean, he was a
he
bad
really
alcoholic.
bothered. They said on set he would bother the ladies, and
A little
yeah,
bit of a hound too. Yeah,
he was a problem.
yeah.
Yeah,
I know the
yeah.
drinking affected him, but he was a bit of a hound. I'm sure he probably was. Yeah.
Oh,
But the guy
gosh.
could act, though.
Oh, oh, you know who I'm thinking that was tall? The one she was married to Frank Sinatra.
Oh, Ava Gardner. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
she might have been kind of tall, right? But he
like
was
five
short.
eight, like five
Yeah, I
eight or
think he might have been a little taller than Frank, or at least the same height.
I
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah, they said
The
she was.
people, Frank Sinatra, you didn't get a sense how tall he might have been until he stood next to somebody, but he was
Yeah,
pretty small. Yes, short
yeah.
guy. Yeah.
He's another guy that you think he's taller than he
But he
was.
was, yeah. 'Cause TV, you couldn't tell, and I never saw him in person on stage. But you see video later on, he was pretty. He was like 5'8". My
Wow.
mother met him. Remember, I
Wow.
told you the story. My
Yeah.
mother was a nurse, and she was working at a department store. This was back in the 40s,
Wow.
like the accident room. And then he came in and was doing a promotional appearance. And she
Okay.
saw him and said how skinny and short he was, and he had bad skin.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And his skin was
Oh, she
not
liked it. He was a fan of the music, but she was surprised how kind of skinny and small he was.
all he was. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's interesting.
I think because he acted like a big shot, people thought he was taller than he was. He had that tough guy kind of image, obviously.
And
So
and
maybe
so
that's part of it.
yeah, yeah. And they said that like when my dad said when he started, he was like a skinny guy. He
Yeah,
was
he was known as, I think, Bones, they used to call him. He was real skinny. Yeah, you see old film of him in like the early 40s. He was really skinny. Yeah, then later on in I guess the 50s, the 60s, he kind of filled out a little bit.
yeah, he
The
was really
70s got a little heavy. Yeah.
well heavy.
The
Yeah, because
face got really round later on.
he looked
Yeah.
really skinny, like a kid. He looked like a yeah, when
He never
yeah,
got fat, but he filled out. The face got really fat,
yeah, he didn't
round
look like
later.
sunken in
He
or
had bad, yeah, sunken in kind of face. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's interesting. But that is interesting with Lindsay
Anyway, we
Wagner.
got to up the track of
No,
Lindsay
no,
Wagner, but anyway,
I just
she's
didn't realize
tall.
that tall. That is really because she always seemed kind of like because she's not. She was very slender,
Oh,
so
yeah.
she was kind of
Thin.
small.
Yeah.
But while she was tall,
Yeah.
wow, that's kind of neat.
But they were good episodes. And they got a
Yeah,
little science fiction-y at times. You had to buy into
yeah,
some stuff. They had aliens come in, but it was good.
it was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
I like the show because
Then they had a few episodes together with her and Steve Austin, and then kind of love interest. But then like the third season, I think they switched networks, and
okay.
so they didn't have him on anymore.
Oh,
And after the series ended, they had a few movies, reunion movies, and then they eventually got married. 'Cause
they did.
they get the last movie they made, they got married at the end.
I
Steve
would
Austin.
love to see that movie.
Yeah.
Oh my
She
gosh.
said they both said Lee Majors and her went to the writers and said we're going to do this one more movie. You got to have us get married because the fans wanted that, so they did. Yeah.
Aw.
But that was like the end of the. I think they did 3 reunion movies, and then the end of the third one they got married.
Do you know when they made the movies, Doug? Was that like the
In the
1990s?
'90s, I think. Yeah, somewhere in the '90s.
Oh,
There's one
oh,
on. It's on YouTube. I saw it on YouTube. I don't know, a few years ago, maybe.
oh my
Yeah,
gosh, that would be a great movie to
yeah. We'll
see.
have to watch that. Yeah, next maybe we'll look it up.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So it's do you know what they're called? Are they just the Bionic?
Probably one was like Return of the Bionic Woman or something. But they had 3 of them, so I don't know what all the titles were. I'll have to
Wow,
look.
that is
But
really.
yeah, so I mean, the fans wanted them to get together, so they eventually do. So that's good.
Oh,
But they never, they never made another one to see if they had any kids or anything.
that is so neat. Oh my, because I wonder how that would work with two bionic.
Well, it had nothing to do with having kids because that's,
Yeah, that's like,
that
oh,
was man-made putting the bionics in, so
then so that the kids would be
they wouldn't be born with them,
yeah, that is so cute. I
born with bionic limbs or anything.
know. That is so interesting. I love
But it would have
it.
been interesting what they could have done with that.
Yeah.
They probably would have had maybe like the kids, fell off a bike and then broke its leg and maybe put a bionic leg in the kids or something.
Something. They probably would
They could have done that if they wanted.
I love these. I still remember living in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and even laying in bed. Sometimes
Yeah.
maybe the fourth grade, or I was something, and then you would hear like
You would
my
have been, well, I
dad
don't want to give away your age, but you probably would have been around that age for when that was on, right? Yeah.
and 11 or something. But I remember Dad watched the $6 Million Man. I
Yeah.
remember hearing
Yeah,
that.
men
That
like that, and boys, obviously, that was big. And I guess girls liked it too. They liked Steve
yeah,
Austin. Yeah.
Steve Austin. He was
And I think
really
with Bionic Woman, little girls liked it because it was like a woman hero, but guys liked it,
yeah,
even teenagers like me, because she was good
yeah.
looking.
She was good looking,
She was
and
pretty.
you know what? They even had a Barbie doll that was like, Lindsay
I
Wagner.
imagine, yeah, because she kind of looked like Barbie a little bit. The
It
body,
was
was like a
funny,
Barbie
like
body. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it was about that time where they had suntan Barbie and
Right,
all
right.
that, and the long hair, and she had the
She
long
had the big flowing hair, right?
hair. Yeah, she was really pretty. I shouldn't say this. I thought Lindsay Wagner was prettier than Farrah Fawcett,
To
to
me,
be honest.
I would say so. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
just like that look. She had like more of a natural
She
attractiveness.
was a natural. Yeah, there was nothing
I
phony
like,
looking about her. She was a model before she
yeah, I
got
believe
into
that.
acting. Early
Pretty.
on, she was a model, and
Yeah,
then
she
she
had pretty hair.
was doing guest shots, and then she was in that movie, The Paper Chase. You ever see that movie, The Paper
Oh, that
Chase?
was supposed to be yeah, that
That
was a
was
movie.
before she did the TV, and then and she thought she was
Aw,
going to be doing movies. And then she did
aw,
some TV. I guess they hired her, some studio hired her to do TV guest shots, and then that's how she stayed in TV. But
oh
after
my
the series ended, she did a lot of TV movies.
yeah, and it's just I am gonna go get my dog. I am so sorry.
That's okay.
He is
Pick
crying.
him up and pick her up.
I gotta go
People like seeing the dogs.
yes, like crying.
Or
And I
speaking of that, on the Bionic Woman, you just reminded me they had a bionic dog. Remember that?
yeah.
They had a dog that got into, I think, a fire or something and got really injured. And then Rudy, the doctor, and Oscar Goldman said, "Okay, we'll do the bionics on the dog," and he was a bionic dog. They call him
Oh,
Maximilian.
now
Remember
how did
that?
that work? How did that work? Oh, okay, so they had and here's Ty.
It was like a dog being used for experiments or something, and then it got injured, and then Oscar said, "Okay, we're going to try and save the dog." I think the jaw was bionic and the legs
Oh,
were bionic. Remember that?
that's
And it was a
interesting.
German Shepherd.
Okay. Oh, so they had a bionic dog.
It was on this Bionic Woman. They had a bionic dog for maybe 6 or 7 episodes. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So he had an operation too. That is so amazing. Oh my
But
God.
they were going to make their own series, I heard, of just the Bionic Dog, like a kid series, but never took off, so they just kept it on that show. So,
Wow. That is so interesting. I love
but it was
that.
cute. Yeah, Jamie had it. Like he would stay with Jamie in her
Yeah.
apartment, and they'd
And then,
show up every once in a while. And he'd help out once in a while, like kind of like Lassie. He could seem to
yeah.
understand what they told him to do.
That's
He
so
said, "Go
interesting.
get somebody, or go get help, or go do this," and he could
The
do
dog.
it.
That is so cool. I love it. I really did like that show. That was such a
Yeah, it was only on 2.5 years, but it was a good series.
good
But yeah,
series.
she was like the queen of the TV movies after that for about 20 years.
Yeah, Miss
And
yeah, I saw her in a
I
lot
think she
of
stopped for a couple. She had a family. She had two sons,
okay,
and then
Lindsay Wag.
did a lot of movies after that, TV movies. Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
she still looks good.
She does.
Uh, Facebook, she has a Facebook page, and a lot of people they post it. I'm on her list, I guess, for getting. You see the posts. She does a lot of these autograph shows with Lee Majors.
Oh
They
wow.
post pictures of her there, and then I think she did one last week as we record this,
Oh
and
my gosh.
Cha-
That
and
is
then
so that is
yeah,
amazing.
that's where they make a lot of money now. These autograph shows.
And they just do that. Wow. That's how they do it.
He
Yeah,
looks
it's
pretty good. He's
interesting.
like 85, and
Is
then
she 85?
she just turned 75. I think no, he
Oh,
might be older. He might be like 87, and she turned 75 this year because they made a big deal on the Facebook. She went on, did a little video. She looks great.
wow.
Looks the
She's got
same,
wow.
same body, same build.
You
Hair
can
looks
see
pretty much the same.
she
Wears glasses. That's the only difference. She wears glasses.
yeah, she it's the weirdest thing because she looks good. She
If
just
you looked at her and you didn't know how old she was, you
uh
guess
and
60.
she didn't get heavy either. Her build is
Same build. Yeah, same build. Yeah.
that's incredible.
I had a chance. I guess you and I talked. I had a chance to talk with her maybe 10 years ago now
Oh,
on radio in Sarasota. We had her on
oh, oh,
one of the
wow.
stations. She was
She's,
promoting. She does these seminars, kind of like health seminars. She talks about stuff.
yeah.
She came in really nice. Yeah.
My
Yeah.
God.
Anybody? It's on YouTube. You can look it up.
I
Lindsay
want to
Wagner,
listen to that.
Doug Miles, if you want to listen
Oh
to it out
my
there.
yeah, I want to
Really
hear that.
nice.
I
Yeah.
like her. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I always call her Jamie Summers now, but Lindsay Wag.
Yeah. I had to make try and remember not to call her Jamie.
Yeah. Oh my
Lindsay.
gosh.
Lindsay's your name. Yeah.
Lindsay. Oh my gosh. It's
But that's what she does now, and she goes around, and I guess she still does these seminars, like health, like skincare and health
fantastic.
seminars. She does.
Wow. That is so good. That
And
is
occasionally some acting. I think she does a movie here and there, whenever they ask her to do something.
wow. That
Yeah.
is so yeah, I
It's kind of cute seeing her and Lee Majors together at these autographs. They showed some pictures of them. They'll take
no
pictures with you. You got to pay to go to
wow.
those. They take. He looks good.
Where where does she go to
They
where
got
do
them all
they
over the country. Yeah, different
uh,
states will have them. Like they call them Comic-Con conventions.
that is so
A lot of people
neat.
from TV and comic books go there, and
Yeah.
movies, that superhero movies, and they sign autographs. People pay to go to those things.
Oh, wow. That is so neat. Yeah, because I know with the show Dallas, they're having that get together
Yeah,
at
they just had it, I think, out in South Fork Ranch in
wow.
Dallas. They do
I'd love to
that periodically. Yeah, sometime we got to go to Dallas, you and I, and then we'll do a video from there. We had
I would
Patrick
love
Duffy
to see
on,
that. That
and
would be amazing.
about a year, no, 2 years ago now we had him on, didn't we? Yeah, we'll have to see if we
We
can
did.
get him.
I
Yeah.
can't believe it. It was 2 years ago. Yeah,
2
I'd
years in
love
November, I think. Yeah.
it would be fun to do it live, like to be able to
Yeah,
do
I'll have to see if we can go tell them, we're doing this kind of show now. Maybe we can get them on the camera. That'd be fun.
wow, that would be so cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Have we done a Dallas? We've done one Dallas show, but we can do another one.
Yeah, we can do that. This
There's
would
plenty
be
more Dallas we can do.
be really fun. I would love to do that.
But anyway, that's what she's doing, and she still looks good, and Lee Majors looks pretty good.
Wow. That's
So that was one of my favorite shows growing up.
I
And you
really
can see it again
I
on Roku. If you're interested out there, look it up. The whole series is on Roku.
I want to go. Gosh, now I want to go. I would love to see that again. I really would love Roku. Thank you, Doug. Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's a great show. I'm always looking for new shows,
Yeah.
different shows to watch. The Bionic Woman, definitely a good show. My friends, I think I did. I wanted the Jamie Summers, the Barbie doll.
I was gonna ask, did you get any of those stuff
Uh,
as a kid?
my cousin, I think there was a $6 million. There was a six million
Oh yeah,
dollar
they had a bunch of stuff of that. Yeah. Right.
And because I know my one of my cousins, because he had the GI Joes, I remember, and I
Right.
think he had a six. They even had Oscar Goldman. I think he had
Yeah,
him
Oscar
too.
Goldman. Right. They had
Yeah,
all of them. Man.
guy with
Lunchboxes
a
too.
turtleneck and a blazer on, like
Right. He
a
always had like a jacket and yeah. Right.
jacket on. It was so. It's like the
He was
same.
on both of those shows. The actor that played him
Oh my God.
was on both of those shows at the same time. That was kind of unique for the time.
How he did that. So he was on the Bionic. I mean, the $6 Million Man.
Well, they were on at the same time,
Oh,
roughly.
how
Six
did
Million
he?
Dollar Man was on first, but they were on the same years for about 2 or 3 years. So he did both. Yeah.
Wow. So he was
Richard
doing
Anderson is his name. You've seen him on probably every cop show. He
cop
did a ton
show.
of shows.
He usually plays a boss
Kind of a
or some
boss, sometimes a bad guy, sometimes a cop. Good actor. Yeah, but that
good
was like,
act.
I guess, the longest series he had. He kind of did a lot of guest shots. Yeah.
Yeah. I always think of him as Oscar Goldman.
Yeah. You see him in other shows, you say, oh, that's Oscar.
It's so fun. Oh my God. And it was
Richard
like
Anderson knows his name. So, yeah.
Richard, okay. And then I was trying to think on who else? Okay, there was Oscar Gold,
Dr. Rudy.
Dr.
Uh,
Rudy.
that
Um,
guy was on a few episodes of Dallas
oh my gosh.
later on. Yeah, like a short, 3 or 4 episodes. Somebody that JR was screwing around with, making his
Uh,
life a mess. He set him
oh,
up for something. I remember seeing it when the reruns, and that was Dr. Rudy later on, and
oh, was
JR
it that
has to,
guy? There was this guy with dark hair,
and the mustache. Yeah,
like a mustache, and he
yeah.
was actually played a nice guy on
He's
Dallas.
a nice
That
guy, but JR did something to mess
real-
up his life or
and his
something.
wife got back at JR. His wife was furious,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he really messed up. He was like a
I
watch.
can't think of the actor's name now, but yeah, the guy who played Rudy, Dr. Rudy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dr. Rudy. He looked like a yeah. Oh my God. He was on Dallas. Yeah, it's weird. Dallas had so many of these people. Yeah, that show had
There were a
like
lot of people that popped up in Dallas. Oh, that's that guy from another show, or yeah.
it was amazing. That was a good. Yeah, Dallas was.
But that's yeah, we'll do that in another episode. But I guess
Yeah,
that's about it for this edition. So
thank
anybody
you.
out there that never heard of the Bionic Woman, please check it out.
It's good.
It's well
It's.
worth seeing. If you saw it as a kid, watch it again. You see it in a different perspective as an
Yeah,
adult.
I want to watch it
Lindsay
again.
Wagner is still good looking, so if nothing else, she's a good looking woman.
Yes, she was a great act.
Great
Really,
actress, excellent actor, not just like a
very
fluffy
natural.
TV actress. She was is a good actress. Yeah.
And she wasn't one of those actresses with tons of makeup
No,
either. She was
almost none at all, really. Maybe a little bit of
very
a
natural.
little makeup, really.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Just
Natural look.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. She was beautiful and she didn't need it. She didn't
No.
need all
She,
that, like a natural type person. I
she
love
kept,
that. You could see what she really looked like.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
nice. Yeah,
And a nice voice, comforting kind of
very
presence. I
comforting.
think a lot of it she played herself. A little bit. Her
Yeah,
personality probably came
they're a
through.
really decent
You
person.
can't
Yeah.
imagine her playing a bad person.
I don't think I
Probably
ever
could,
saw,
but you wouldn't want to see her do that. You want to see her play nice people.
and I think, and I shouldn't even, but Meg Ryan, that kind of ruined her career
She played a
because
couple characters in movies that were kind of nasty, right, or not nice. People
and that,
didn't want to see
and
that.
her career just went.
She stopped making movies because she didn't want to keep playing the romantic comedy. But let's be honest, she was really good at that. Why stop?
Yeah, I liked it, and it was so cute. It's
Yeah,
like a and
but I guess after a certain age, you can't play the cute, romantic. You have to play older. So she wanted to play other characters. She hasn't
I
made
thought
I think she's made a movie in a long time, right?
I remember she was in You've Got Mail.
That
That
was
was
like the last good romantic comedy she made, and then she made something where she played a doctor. with Nicolas Cage, and then she made some movie where she played kind of weird character, and people didn't like that, and she kind of
Yeah.
stopped
And
movies.
then and she was in this one movie with this it was something a time travel movie,
Yeah, she made some weird stuff. Yeah,
and it wasn't really. I thought You've Got Mail was her last good
yeah.
movie. It's
Yeah, I'm not a big
Sleepless
Tom
in
Hanks fan,
Seattle,
but that was cute. Yeah, that was cute movie.
and Sleepless in Seattle was.
That one and When Harry Met Sally were the two best of that kind of movie.
Love to see that one. That was
Yeah,
really good. When Harry
yeah.
Met Sally. That was like
We'll
was
have to
that
do a video of that because that's worth a video. So
that was a great movie. Was that one of her first movies? When Harry
it
Met
wasn't
Sally.
that long into it. She only made maybe a couple before that. Yeah, that was kind of the one that broke her through with being a big star. Yeah.
Because she was on,
As the World Turns,
okay, As the
I
World
remember
Turns.
seeing her as the World Turns. You know, oh, this cute girl. You know, you watch it in the
Yeah,
summertime. It was like the cute little,
girl.
little storyline with her. And then
Yeah.
she wound up getting in the movies. And
Wow.
maybe it was her second or third movie
Yeah. And
with
there
Billy
was a
Crystal, and boom, she just took off.
and then there was that one Joe versus the
Volcano. I thought that was cute, but it bombed. Yeah, it was kind
yeah.
of weird. You had to kind of buy into a little weird, fantasy, but it was cute.
It was like he was dying or
They're dying, and he falls into this volcano or something that's supposed to heal him or cure him. It was kind of strange. He went on this island, and you go up to
yeah.
this volcano, and you jump in, and you're supposed to be cured. And then she played like three different characters in it,
Okay.
and and somehow
Yeah.
they love interest. It was weird, but it was cute. But people didn't
I
like it.
the
It
movies
bombed.
I really liked her in were Sleepless no, When Harry Met Sally,
Harry Sally and Sleep
Sleepless
in
in Seattle,
Seattle, and then
and
later on, You've
uh,
Got Mail. Those are the three. Yeah.
yeah.
If she
These
only made
other
those
ones.
three movies in her life, that would have been, the best. Yeah, that
I
was it.
think she maybe should have just because then at least she'd be remembered for three
Yeah.
great movies.
Well,
Some people,
actors don't want to be pigeonholed, but yeah. But now, she's like 60 now. You can't play that anymore. You can play romantic comedy older, but nobody wants to see that.
yeah, yeah, that's the thing. I
And she looks
think her,
good, like, although she had some bad. Well, we'll get into that, but she had some
yeah,
work done, and she doesn't look the same. But
yeah, yeah, it's like
she didn't need it, and she had some work done, and she
yeah,
kind of
she
got
looked
a little
pretty.
strange looking. Yeah.
I always feel if these people would leave themselves alone.
Leave her alone. She looked 20 years younger than she was at any age.
Yeah, and if she had left her lips alone, I don't understand. They always have to do something with
Uh,
their mouth, and it
I don't get it. Uh,
doesn't look good.
anyway, that's another show.
Yes,
We will wrap it up. I give Bionic Woman a thumbs up. You
thumbs up.
too. So check it out, folks. And we will be doing restaurant reviews again real soon. So stay tuned to the
Absolutely,
channel. We got a lot coming up.
we got a
Places
lot.
we haven't been before. Some places we've
Yes,
been to we've never done a review of. But we
yeah,
got a
we're
bunch coming up. So don't worry
absolutely.
about those restaurant reviews. Somebody texted me on Facebook and said, well, I want to see more restaurant reviews.
Okay.
So, okay, we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you again.